Sydney Neely from the Channel Company, and I'm here at the Best of Breed Conference in Atlanta, where industry leaders are talking about the biggest trends shaping the channel. GTDC CEO sat down with Chris Walton from Dell to discuss the value of partnerships with distributors. Let's take a look.
Hello, everybody. I'm here today with Chris Walton from Dell. So, Chris, first of all, good to see you again.
Yeah, you as well.
We worked together for a couple of years. It was fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. Miss those days.
Yeah, so, Dell's an interesting company from the standpoint of how broad your portfolio is. And when your portfolio is that broad, you really got to think through your go-to-market strategy, and you guys have certainly done that. Talk to me a little bit about, the philosophy and your experiences with channel in general, and then we'll talk about distribution in a few minutes.
Absolutely. And, I think starting out, Dell obviously has the full end-to-end portfolio, from the edge to the data center and pretty much everything in between. And as that has evolved over the years, so has our relationship with our partners. And, really when you look at our go-to-market and how we want to go address and the scale and reach of our customers, it's through the channel partners. So really is a healthy relationship between, how we train, enable, work with our partners to go be successful across the full broad spectrum of our solutions.
Over the years, Dell's certainly evolved in terms of the go-to-market strategy. We worked in the early days of, distribution at Dell, yep. And there's clearly been sort of a change in terms of, the go-to-market strategy and the involvement that distributors have. Talk to me a little bit about what's transpired and how that came about.
Absolutely. And I think, if you think about just the evolution of the IT industry and the market and the solutions, our distributors have evolved themselves as well. It's not, looking at the old bank in a warehouse type mentality. Yep. It is a full solution set. It's investments, it's resources, it's training enablement from end to end. And, what we've seen is the distributors that we work with have really built up solution competencies and kind of pillars very similar to the areas that Dell specializes in. And so it is really just a really great relationship when you think about the scale and the reach and what they can bring to their channel partners to really help them navigate through Dell.
So as we go forward, you start thinking about, what's going to happen over the next couple of years. You see the investments that the distributors are making in, their platforms and their marketplaces, and certainly in the data and the ability to package the data and provide you more than just the services, but also the ability to grow your business. I would think that would be pretty exciting, and you're looking forward to that.
Absolutely, and it ties into, pretty much what we're all talking about, AI, the evolution. And, once again, what we've seen is distributors have done a very successful job in the investing in the resources to go help their partners along. And when you think about kind of partners, you have those that have some of that expertise and do it well, and they help foster and bring that relationship with Dell. But then there's a lot of partners that are in that beginning of that journey. And I think where the distributors can come in from a solutions expert and really help bring them along, training and enable them, make them successful.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, you've been a huge advocate. You've helped architect that go-to-market strategy, and certainly you've supported the distributors, since day one. So keep it up. I'm looking forward to continuing to work with you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.